Okay, so this is going to be my quick reaction to the match France 2, Sweden 1 in the Women's Nations League bronze match from a Swedish perspective. Um, so yeah, I mean the match has just finished. I'm a bit gutted about the ending really. I don't think either team really did enough to maybe deserve that. I really don't think France created enough. Um, I think it was probably 1-1 was a fair result. I mean, I think France had a better first. I think they controlled the game a bit more in the first half, even if they didn't really trouble us at all. Um, and I think that we actually had the better chances, which I'll get to in a second. In that first half, as there was one where Aslani slipped in Canarid in through on goal, and she looked like she was going to be stopped, and somehow she didn't, and then she just hits it against the keeper. Something she does need to work on, end product in those situations. I thought she played quite a bit narrower today than we usually see her. I mean, you see that a bit on the heat map, in terms of under Gerhardsson or even at Chelsea. A lot of the time, it feels like she's just hugging that touchline and holding that width, but she was kind of between the centre back and left back and kind of got into some interesting positions. And I mean, that was one where she should have done better. And I mean, it was tough as well because the ball was running away from her. But nice pass from Aslani. And then there was another chance where Canarid passed it in to Aslani. Aslani again anywhere but hit it anywhere but where she put it, which was right at the goalkeeper. It was a nice little move, and she just hits it straight at the keeper, and it comes back out. I think this is the same move, and I think then Schroeder, she then heads it massively wide. That was really that was a bit of a disaster. That she didn't have her best game, Schroeder. I was actually surprised she started. Sorry, I've kind of gone off on this. I should have a bit more. I was actually going to go through the lineup at first in terms of pretty much what I expected, apart from Schroeder. I was expecting UC Bar to start again. I wasn't expecting Schroeder because I didn't think she was that good against Spain, and I thought it made sense to start Blackstenius. Or if you're not going to, I thought EJ was going to be there because I think EJ's been doing really well. Obviously, Schroeder's been doing really well, scoring loads of goals. But again, I just think there was lots of kind of like misplaced passes and kind of there was just she didn't have the same flow to her game. A few missed was I think she just let me check. I think it was just I can't remember if she had another chance, but that chance was pretty. It doesn't even say she had any shots, which is weird. I mean, you can't always trust SofaScore. I mean, I'm pretty sure that was a shot that she had, but it was probably so far off target that they haven't even counted it as a shot, which is crazy. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go in on her. It was a tough game, and like I said, I actually don't think she should have started. I think there was better options. And she got taken off at half time. But yeah, so I think we actually had some good chances in that first half, and then again, yeah, France had we sat back quite a bit in like that 4-4-2 shape, and then France scored a penalty, which was honestly, it was only the angle after VAR where I saw that Sandberg did touch her, but it was also so minimal because I mean in the way they showed the referee in the VAR for that penalty, Anna Sandberg kind of like kicks out at the player, but she doesn't really touch her in a way. I honestly thought she hadn't maybe even touched her, but then after it looked like she just about touched her. But I mean, it was nothing really. I think it was a bit silly from Sandberg to do that. Like I don't know what she was doing. Like she's like whacking her foot up like that. Like, that made no sense to me. Yeah, and they scored. I thought Falk might save it as well. It was just a bit unfortunate that whole sequence really. And then second half again, I didn't think we started that great. I mean, I thought the game might spitter out into nothing, because I thought we were fading a bit. In like the sorry, I think we were fading a bit in the kind of the second half, and I think that the change of bringing on Rolfer, I don't think she really changed it, but the momentum seemed to change when she came on a bit, and that's where we got a goal, which it was Kanerud running again, and I thought she should have actually slipped in Lundqvist, who came on at half time, who I'll get to. But she didn't, and it looked like she messed it up as Lani kind of got it stuck under her feet, but somehow it still went out to Rolfer, who then gave it to Sandberg, who did a good cross in. So it was quite good. It was quite a good goal. Stina with the goal. I'm happy for her. Like I said, I think she probably should have started. I think she will probably start the next game. Some of my thoughts on the some of the players. I'll show you. I mean, Lundqvist coming on. Did Angeldal have her best game? No, but I don't. I have to be honest. I don't really see it. She wasn't bad. I'm not sure I really see the logic with her in midfield. It just it doesn't look right. There's something about it. Like I said, it wasn't like she was poor. She kind of picked up the ball a bit deeper, sometimes between the centre backs, and she got stuck in a bit on the other side of the game. But really, I don't think she just looks weird there. I don't think she looks completely comfortable. I think she looks like a fullback playing. I think she looks like someone out of position a bit. Maybe she'll grow into that role, but again, I would probably just prefer Benison there, or at least having Benison in the squad. I mean, I went over that in my last video. You don't need all of these kind of like attacking players here that you're not even bringing on. You might as well have someone else in that position who, if Benison was on that bench, she probably wouldn't be close to coming on. No, but yeah, I thought Nell Haga had a really good game. Like really good. I think Bjorn had some errors, some misplaced passes again, and I also think that but I think she had some good moments as well. I think it's also tough for Bjorn because she suddenly got a lot of responsibility of being, all these players next to her have single-digit caps. Like they're very inexperienced, and I think she has like a new kind of role to play in the squad. So yeah. Smilla Holmberg, we didn't see much of really. Anna Sandberg, who did get the assist. I think she had some tough moments against Cascarino. I honestly think she looked a bit tired, but that's I don't know. There was just some moments, like I said, around that penalty. I thought she was looking a bit. I was literally thinking to myself, she's looking a bit tired here the past few minutes. And then she just puts up a tired leg out as well. Maybe it wasn't actually much of a tired leg because she really put in a lot of force there. But yeah, I mean, I'm a bit indifferent about her performance. She was fine. She wasn't poor. But after the missions, I mean, Zagotti for me was the best player for us. All over the pitch. Again, I speak about it all the time, but she's so good. She's so good when she is just, the players coming, the front, like, I can't remember which players, but they'd be coming away on the counter-attack. You get past a few players, and you'd think they're away, and then Zagotti just comes out of nowhere with the great tackle. She just seems to win the ball in a lot of her duels. Yeah, I mean, look at 9 out of 10 ground duels won, which is insane. That really is. 8 tackles, 3 out of 7. I mean, 8 tackles. Where did I get 8 tackles from? 4 interceptions, 3 clearances, 4 recoveries, 3 out of 7 tackles won. I mean, and 0 times dribble past, which is crazy. That is quite crazy because most of your time, your midfielders have at least once a dribble past, right? Okay, maybe not. I'm pretty sure. I feel like a lot of time. Anyway, but I mean, really good. UC Bar we just didn't see much of. Just wasn't really her game. I'd like to see. She didn't really get the ball much, but when she gets the ball, I would like I would like to see her run with it more. Yeah, only 24, such as no dribbles. Like, I'd like to see her use that pace a bit more. Like, Canarid, sometimes it didn't really open up for her, but she'd run inside. And obviously, Yusu Bar's still young, but I think she's like I said, she's got the skill set. I would be surprised if those two start the next game. I think it'll be the same team, but with maybe Lundqvist for Angeldal, Blackstenius, and Rolfer. Like I said, I'd actually be okay if I'd be quite happy to see Yanogi again, but I think that's maybe a rogue shout. Yes. Oh yeah, and the moment at the end. So, oh yeah, I just also want to say, Linda Sembrant. I feel so bad for her because she's brought on simply as a she just announced this week that she was going to retire. She's brought on as simply as probably a sentimental, obviously see out the game as well, but a bit of a sentimental look. 1 minute played. I think she played a bit more than that. It was like 3, but as kind of like a sentimental, last cap. You don't know what's going to happen in the next game, but let's give her just at least a moment. I think that's what I saw it as. She comes on, she gets given the captain's armband straight away, and it all just like suddenly we're under pressure, which we weren't before, and that's all kind of crazy. France weren't like, it wasn't like France were pushing at the end. I mean, you can see on this momentum bar, it wasn't like the ending. France were we were holding on for dear life. It was actually only when we made that substitution, and by the way, when I say that, it's nothing on Sembrant. Like, Sembrant didn't. By bringing on Sembrant, it wasn't like we invited more pressure just because we happened to bring on more on a defender. Like, there was literally, it was like she came on for a free kick. So, it was that when Nell Hager brought her down and got a yellow. It might have been, but that might have been earlier. Yeah, it was actually a foul right then. But Sembrant was just kind of brought on to just see out. And like I said, it wasn't her fault that we sat back deeper, but it was just immediately felt like we were under pressure from that free kick. And then there was obviously Falk got stamped on, which was unfortunate because then I was also really worried that she was going to have to go off injured. And we had already made all of our subs, so I was suddenly like, who's going to have to go in goal? And then the Sembrant change looked even worse. And then the goal, and then it was. And then she lumped it up. All the players had kind of gone up. And France won it back and just easily kind of run back at us. And then Sandberg, I think, cleared it out for a corner. And then France had another chance from a corner. And it was poor from Falk. I think she should be doing a lot better. I mean, I saw some people saying, was it a foul on her? I don't think it's a foul on her because I don't think the player moves into her. If the player, I don't know, I can't remember which French player it was, but if the player moves into her, then maybe it's a foul. But I think it's more Falk's fault for, in that moment, she's got to realise there's a player right in front of her. She's not going to be able to jump and punch, and that's what she tried to do. But she was never going to reach it because there was this person standing in the way. And really, the crazy thing is if she didn't jump and move towards it, she would have caught it because the ball just went through her hands from the punch. Like, she would have just, if she stood still, she would have just caught it. And I mean, sometimes you got to make that. I guess you got to make that decision. But it just made, I didn't really get it. And then the match was over. It was also a lot over time, but I can kind of see why we were still playing. But yeah, I'm a bit gutted about that because I don't think we weren't bad. Neither were we that good, but I thought it was quite a good performance to probably be able to build on and move on if it was a 1-1. And obviously it's still the same performance, but it does taint a bit of it, I think it would have been good for Tony to just get a draw, not three losses out of 3, just kind of move on. And I think it was a better performance, and it's still against a very good team, but obviously an easier. I think any team is probably easier than Spain. So I think there's lots of positives to take from it. I just think it's a shame how it had to end because I don't think. I just think that will hurt. But the good thing is we have another match. The second leg on Tuesday at home, which is an opportunity for them a lot of the players to come back from that. Like I said though, I just want to say, awful moment for Linda Sembrant if that is her final cap, her final time she plays for Sweden. How many, like 130 or 150 is it? Or 140 is one of them. But if that's your final cap, because she might not play next game depending on the circumstances, she might get, if we're winning 5-0, I think she'll probably come on. But I don't think we'll be winning 5-0. But I just feel bad for her, because you just come on in the final minute of a game and then you concede, and then that's just your final cap. It's just not nice. I mean, I'm personally not that bothered about the. Again, they spell Tony Gustafsson's name wrong here. But I'm personally not that bothered about the bronze. I don't think Tony is really at this point. He obviously wants to win, but I think it's more about building to the World Cup. And I think we have building to the World Cup qualifiers. But I think we've got pretty mixed young team here with experience. I think we've got quite a good team to go forward. I just think we really needed a result, and I think we deserved to draw, or we could have won it. I don't really, like I said, I don't think France really deserved that on the way it played out. I mean, they only had 3 shots on target. Falk really had to do nothing, and she didn't really. Unfortunately, and one of them's the penalty, and one of them's the goal, by the way, on shots on target. And I think the other one was just one petered out. Was it Grace Gioro? In the second half, actually, tried to curl one in, but Falk got there. So it's a bit needless. Anyway, I'll stop talking now because I'm just kind of rambling on at this point. Subscribe for more content, and I will see you for the reaction to the next match and more videos about Sweden soon. Take care.